back on an 8x10. Title time. And there is Michael Fain, who, Pete, you mentioned, a standout from Chosen Pro Wrestling, the winner of the inaugural Chosen Pro Wrestling main event, where at inception, he defeated both Nikolai White and Trey Felipe to earn this opportunity. But little did we know that Rey Calitri was in attendance at inception, and he gave Michael Fain the rundown. Now, the question is Michael Fain prepared to deal with not just Rey Calitri, but you know wherever Rey Calitri goes,
here we go.
You're going to see the Titan Killer Vince Series. You're going to see Soraya, and most importantly, the man who is responsible for a lot of Rey Calitri's success, America's favorite agent, AJ Pan.
Time out. How dare you be so... I have sat here all night when you've made disrespectful comment over disrespectful comment. But that one, sir, that one takes the goddamn lemon meringue pie. Let me tell you something right here, all right? Rey Calitri doesn't need AJ and Vince and everybody to be successful. It's just good to have your friends ringside. Rey Calitri goes into that ring each and every time and takes care of business by his damn self. It is Rey Calitri and Rey Calitri alone that won that Titan Middleweight Championship, and it's Rey Calitri alone on the back of his hard work that has taken that Middleweight Championship around the world, including to Mexico, has defended it successfully around the world. Is Gangona world champion? No.
Well,
Are the Demon Saints world champions? No. Is Rocket a world champion? No. The only person in Titan Championship Wrestling that can be recognized as a world champion is the shining star, Rey Calitri, who in fact, if you pay attention, is walking out with the Campeone Medio from Promociones de Cholo in Mexico, the middleweight championship for Promociones de Cholo in Mexico. He won that while also defending his Titan middleweight championship. So you stop it.
Well, I will admit, Rey Calitri has defended the Titan Middleweight Championship in Egypt, in Morocco, in Jamaica, in Costa Rica.
And Mexico.
However, he's never alone. I don't know what film you've been watching, but I've been in Titan since day one, and Rey Calitri has never won a match without the assistance of AJ Pan or Soraya or Vince Series.
It's no assistance. It's just, listen, it's your friends being ringside, putting on for you and giving you the energy you need.
Where is Vince Series' fur coat?
I guess he was left out.
Have to skin a lot of polar bears to make a coat big enough for Vince Series. Pretty sure they're on the endangered species list.
So you're saying there's not enough polar bears left to make a coat for Vince Series?
Sadly. That's why we got to sign those change.org petitions.
Well, knowing AJ Pan, those coats are made of chinchilla. The longest reigning middleweight champion as well.
And I got to talk to Samira because she needs to introduce this man correctly. The world middleweight champion. Put some respect on that man's name.
And you know what? I got to say this. I may not think very highly of the man, but AJ Pan is the most successful manager to ever step through the doors of Titan Championship Wrestling. Of course, he once led Riley Shepard to the Goddesses Championship. And then a month after that, Rey Calitri became the middleweight champion. So everything that AJ Pan has touched here in Titan has turned to gold.
And it's not just here at Titan. AJ Pan has gone to multiple different companies and has led competitors to championship gold and sustained success. He is the manager of managers in the Northeast Indies, I'll tell you that much.
And Michael Fain, a graduate of the House of Glory dojo trained by Amazing Red and Brian XL. Michael Fain, a standout of the Chosen Pro Wrestling roster. We'll see how well that translates here in this high-pressure position against Rey Calitri for the Titan Middleweight Championship.
It's one thing to win a main event at the main event for the first show of Chosen Pro Wrestling against Trey Felipe and Nikolai White. It's another thing to perform under the lights, okay, and be in there against the International Shining Star, the only world champion here in Titan Championship Wrestling in Rey Calitri. But Alex, I'm going to ask you this. Both you and I sit there as members of the scouting board at Chosen Pro Wrestling, the scouting brand, the upstart brand, so to speak, the NXT of Titan Championship Wrestling. And I got to ask you, what do you see out of Michael Fain in the ring?
Michael Fain is what I would refer to as a blue chip prospect. Take a look at him. Peak physical condition. We've seen his work rate in the ring. And he is charismatic to boot. You see him looking out over those adoring young Titan fans, or perhaps maybe they're letting
they're rapscallions, that's what they are.
Jaw-jacking a bit with Rey Calitri there. But Michael Fain definitely is one that we're going to keep our eyes on. We can see him being a big shaker and or mover in the future of both Chosen Pro Wrestling and Titan Championship Wrestling.
Do you think, honestly, and I ask you this honestly, all things aside, you and I, when we look at talent a little bit differently as evaluators, but in all honesty, do you really think Michael Fain has a chance to defeat Rey Calitri here tonight for the Middleweight Championship?
Well, we've seen before several members of the Chosen Pro Wrestling roster already in action. We know that when the bar is high, they will jump to reach it. Sometimes those high stakes is exactly what you need in order to pull a rabbit out of the hat, as Michael Fain cinching a nice side headlock onto the world middleweight champion to start things off.
You know what I didn't hear there, Alphonse?
What?
A yes.
Well, you know, for all the promise that Michael Fain has, when he wrestled on Chosen a couple of weeks ago, he didn't have to deal with an athlete the caliber of Rey Calitri. No knock on Trey Felipe or Nikolai White, but he also didn't have to worry about 3 distractions at ringside either. And not for nothing, but that main event, a #1 contendership opportunity was on the line, not a championship that's been defended in several countries around the world. As he flies, Michael Fain does, with a suicide dive through the middle rope.
And Michael Fain really throwing caution to the wind and throwing everything out there right now. But I wonder if he's doing this too early in the match. Is he giving away too much too early, Alphonse?
It could be a case of excitement, Pete. We've seen it not just in professional wrestling, but in many other sports, boxing, football, baseball, basketball, where you have the underdog who's just even excited to be given the opportunity that they find themselves in, and they go and they try to pull out all the stops very early on.
Michael Fain wisely rolling into the ring to break the count and driving the skull of Rey Calitri off the apron. Oh, it looks like...
And those young fans getting their licks in. Well, it's no secret, Alex, Rey Calitri not a fan favorite here at Titan.
To put it lightly, as Michael Fain goes for a cover, but a rather quick kick out there from the Shining Star himself.
If Michael Fain is going to pull off a victory here tonight, he's got to do 2 things. He's got to stay on Rey Calitri and not give him an opportunity to recover, and he's got to have his head on a swivel because AJ Pan, Soraya, and Vince Series are all at ringside.
But none of them has been involved.
Not yet.
Calitri's doing it all by himself like he always does.
Now Calitri dumping Michael Fain to the outside once again.
I mean, the list of people who have suffered at the hands of the numbers game of La Conexión. Anthony Bennett, Lance Anoa'i of all people.
Who?
What do you mean, who?
Exactly. That part.
Answer why he's a member of the Samoan dynasty.
Which one was he?
Moving on. Somebody doesn't watch it.
Is he the one that looks like the guy that looks like the other one that looks like Samu?
He's the one who has a MLW tag team belt, sir.
Oh, I know that guy. He's really good. But you know what? You know what else I know about him? He lost to Rey Calitri.
That he did.
Straight up.
Last July.
Straight up. Ray Calitri, every time you have put the bar in front of him, he has not only
Ray Calitri with a steel chair now.
He just needs to take a seat. He's a little tired.
Well, if Rey Calitri uses that chair, he'll still be the middleweight champion, although he will lose the match.
Championships can't change hands on a disqualification as Calitri once again bouncing the head of Michael Fain off that apron.
And Alphonse, I got to ask you this, right? As much as SP Anderson and as much as Billy Fetsky like putting their nose in all the little dastardly deeds that happen here at Titan, if Rey Calitri and La Connexion was so bad, was doing so much damage, and was doing things they weren't supposed to be doing, why haven't Billy and SP Anderson done anything about it?
They have enough situations that their hands are tied with. You can't monitor everything.
Okay. But you can monitor J Outcast and a Change.org petition. You can come out here and you can set up Johnny Moran and Aaron Roxas to, be within an inch of their professional lives tonight. But
I see you have an agenda tonight.
I don't have no agenda. I'm calling it right down the middle, right as I see it. What are you, some kind of lefty socialist?
Not at all. Oh, nice backhand elbow from Rey Calitri, and the Shining Star just hammering away on Michael Fain now.
And this is what I was talking about earlier. Michael Fain looks gassed. Michael Fain looks like he doesn't have enough left in the tank. I think he gave a little bit too much too soon. I don't know so much if he was happy to be here, but I think he wanted to try and get this match done as quick as he could. He gave too much too fast, and now he's got nothing left.
Well, Rey Calitri can be a very intimidating figure. I mean, the guy pulls up in the parking lot in a Maserati. He comes out with his entourage. He's got 3 championships simultaneously. He has money in great fashion, I will admit. Nice spinning wheel kick by Rey Calitri to stop the momentum of Michael Fain.
Calitri once again in for the cover.
Rey Calitri also the reigning ECPW light heavyweight champion. So the man is very successful, draped in gold.
2 American championships, 1 international.
But the fatigue of this battle might be starting to weigh on Calitri. Took a second too long making that cover just now.
Great observation, Alex. But I think Michael Fain is worse for wear than Rey Calitri is.
May have bitten up a little bit more than he can chew.
Perhaps also seeing that veteran expertise of Calitri on full display as he maintains control of that arm. Beautiful suplex. But again, Calitri seeming a little too concerned with that, playing into that crowd.
Nonchalant.
Very braggadocious cover.
Nonchalant indeed. But you know how it is in championship matches, Alex. Rey Calitri doesn't have to beat Michael Fain. Michael Fain has to beat Rey Calitri.
Absolutely.
And because Michael Fain lacks the experience that Rey Calitri does, maybe Rey Calitri thinks this is a night off for him.
A dangerous pitfall to fall into.
Whether he thinks it's a night off or not, at the end of the day, he's going to do exactly what he needs to do to win and can retain his World Middleweight Championship. Rey Calitri is never letting that go. Put it on tape right now. Rey Calitri will retire the middleweight champion. That's what will happen. When he decides to retire, that is when the middleweight championship will finally change hands.
So if he wins this match, he's retiring, is what you're
No. What I'm saying is the only way you are ever going to get that middleweight championship off of Rey Calitri is if he were to retire.
Michael Fain now.
Very innovative counter and a big cutter off the middle rope.
That could be his window of opportunity.
You can see once again, Fain very slow to capitalize.
Fatigue setting in on Michael Fain. It's evident. You can see with every breath he takes, he's huffing and puffing more and more as time goes on in this match.
Fain finding it hard to draw breath, finding it hard to get to his feet, but right now, finding whatever reserves he has left.
Michael Fain right now digging down deep inside within himself. And it looked like AJ Penn was ready to jump on the apron there during that near fall.
Well, he was concerned. Like a good friend.
Well, I mean, you know, Rey Calitri is also his meal ticket. Oh my, what is this?
Oh, Michael Fain.
Tombstone, it looks like.
He calls this the M98.
This is what he beat Trey Felipe with. That might be all she wrote for Rey Calitri. Wait, look at that. AJ Penn put the foot of Rey Calitri on that bottom rope. And Pat Savino's trying to tell Michael Fain he didn't win the match. He caught the rope break after he counted to 3, but he's enforcing it. And now look, Saraya on the ring apron.
No. What AJ Penn did was he simply was pointing to Pat Savino to say, look at the rope. Look at my client. Look at Rey Calitri's foot on the rope. The foot was there. Savino didn't see it. And AJ making sure Savino is doing his job.
Oh, stop it. And now Saraya in Pat Savino's face. And there was an eye gouge.
Falling star from Rey Calitri.
And the numbers game caught up to Michael Fain like I told you it would. Saraya was on the ring apron. You didn't see that?
She was telling Savino that he's got to do a better job at paying attention. Pat Savino almost cost Rey Calitri the World Middleweight Championship.
Oh, stop it.
Simply because he did not look at the ropes.
Michael Fain falling victim to the numbers game of La Conexión. And Rey Calitri retains the Titan Middleweight Championship here in Toms River.
No one got physically involved. Nothing happened.
There was a referee distraction.
No.
What match are you watching?
Here's what I saw. I saw AJ Penn having to educate a referee about what he should be doing when making a count, because if Savino had been positioned correctly, okay, he would have seen the foot on the rope.
And a foot on the rope with an assist from the manager.
No. Did you see that? Because I didn't see that.
I saw it.
No, you're making things up.
You know, you on Mob Fight TV, you can go and watch the tape back once this goes on demand.
And when it does go live on Mob Fight TV on demand, and everybody else is going to see that AJ Penn did nothing but inform Pat Savino that Rey Calitri's foot was on the bottom rope.
Rey Calitri now with a handshake. And wait a minute, Titan Killer Vince Series from behind. It was a ruse. Rey Calitri doesn't believe in sportsmanship.
On the Titan Killer, not done.
Oh no. An assisted bulldog. Wait a minute. There's a masked man that just got in the ring with a chair. Who the hell is that?
That looks like the guy who used to reveal magic tricks on Fox 5.
I would have to agree. That masked man has come out here, but I don't know who he is. And he's threatening La Conexión.
You gonna take off the mask?
He just came out here to save Michael Fain.
We don't know if he's out here to save Fain, if he's out here to come after Calitri and La Conexión. We don't know anything about this man right now.
I don't know who that gentleman can be.
I've got more questions about this man than I did the final season of Game of Thrones.
Rey Calitri smiling.
Reminding whoever this mystery man is that at the end of the day, he is still your TCW World Middleweight Champion.
And as I said earlier, the only way you are going to get that middleweight championship off of Rey Calitri is when and if that man decides to retire from in-ring competition. Because I do not believe that there is a single man, woman, or gender non-conforming person in professional wrestling that can defeat Rey Calitri. for that World Middleweight Championship.
Well, whoever that masked man is might have a difference of opinion with you.
We have to wonder what this masked individual's interest is in Michael Fain. He might get some answers right now.
I'd hope.
Masked Man still in the ring, staring down Michael Fain now.
He's leaving. And the masked man, he's walking, he's leaving through the front entrance.
Leaving the building here in Toms River.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will now be taking a 15-minute intermission.
Well, folks, we'll be back after this brief break. Don't go away. Whew. That's been fun so far.
That was not bad.
I like you as a heel.
I don't know why.
Because it legit gets on my nerves. It